There's only one way to start.
The defenders that have performed at VVD's level is Rio, John Terry, and Vidic. I mean, how long are we going to act like this guy's a top striker, man? Champions League final.
We got to the Champions League final and lost to Liverpool. I'm cool. I've accepted that. I moved on.
Worst week ever as a Spurs fan. I
think the most pertinent issue that we can discuss, and I've said that I'm not.
Guy loves a big word.
That's the dumbest thing you've said on this pod.
Cool
You just
that.
said Spurs are in turmoil. You know you want to say it. Don't let him press you.
Get 20% off all Manscaped products plus free shipping with the promo code STTV.
Welcome back to another episode of Stoppage Time TV. We're live and direct.
What?
Live in the flesh.
Video, bro.
Playing live, you know.
Come like that streamer, bro.
Oh,
don't even talk about that.
Man,
hey,
bro, that's not Stoppage Time.
That's not. Yeah, we
live
don't
in
fuck
the
with
flesh,
that.
live and
That's
direct.
off-brand.
Real talk, direct to the fit. There's no brand for that. It's never off brand. You already know what time it is. If you're wondering why we're in good mood and cherry, it is because we found out this week this is the 100th episode of Stoppage Time. We've made it. Hold tight to the triple number.
Hold tight. We made it. We made it to 100.
It's so mad because it's 100,
confetti?
but it's not actually 100 episodes. Like it's probably at least like 150 maybe. But
no, we don't include that.
We don't need to go into that still. But listen, if you've been supporting, thank you. If you're new to this journey, welcome. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, notifications on, keep helping the movement, keep pushing. The Manscaped thing is probably around there. Make sure you get your discount, get yourself clean, lockdown, don't be sweaty for no reason. Go and look after yourself.
I've got the little man then, boy.
Fam, real talk. Bear man, this is so sick. Fam, Valentine's Day is soon around the corner, bro.
2 weeks. Get them. Get your man a surprise.
Valentine's Day, boy.
You know what to do.
That LED light had me seeing places I've never seen before, bro.
No, you can't be sick. Man said never
The dark doldrums.
The LED light came.
You know the little spray.
It's the liquid deodorant. Yeah.
So boy, listen, hit that up. And yeah, honestly, thank you for all the support in it. This doesn't happen without you guys. Listen, we keep pushing. It's a number, but we have to big up these things there because not everyone gets the 100. Boom. But without further ado, you know why you're here. You know why we're here. Cam has Lucasade. Fuad's back in the original attire. The lumberjack attire. Listen.
These hoes ain't loyal outfit.
Before we go any further, listen, we've always had our guy with us, but it's special and most important that we say from the top, after a year, rest in peace. Thoughts and prayers with his family as well, and with everyone really, because like that's a loss that you feel, even though you're not like in relation. That's big loss, a year on, and with the year that we've had and everything. Listen, if you've lost anyone, anything, thoughts and prayers with you.
100%.
Without further ado, though, let's move over to Spurs. So, would you like to know something interesting?
What?
So, I believe that this is Brighton's first home win since Project Restart.
Serious.
I also believe you said back-to-back games.
Back-to-back L's now for some this season.
Back-to-back L's.
Liverpool didn't score all 2021 midweek
Liverpool
as well.
had not scored in the Premier League in
Gave them a
2021.
Find you, man.
Clear.
And then scored 3. I don't have any other interesting facts. I can't lie. Those are the ones I had.
I got one.
But what have you got? What's yours?
You tried to get me to change filming to before the Spurs game, so we record before it starts.
Why are you lying? Is this what we're doing live on?
Wait! I'm so sorry. Wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. This is how you know. 100th episode. All over the place.
Scandalous.
Hold tight, the 3-point collectors, wherever you are. Hold tight, you lot.
Oh yeah.
Man, try to jump straight to the main course.
Hold tight, the participants.
Hey,
I'm a 3-point collector. Aston Villa won 1-0.
This is what it did.
We won.
100 episodes and we're moving still shameless.
Bruh, come on, bro. Allow it, bro.
Hold tight, the teams doing charity work.
Barkley, bruv.
You know what's that charity that they Make-A-Wish Foundation giving teams on 5 points extra 3 points to make the thing look conducive.
Little kickstart.
Hold tight them, real talk. Hold tight them teams. But yeah, listen, we've done the whole tight. Spurs, talk to me.
Bro, what midweek or
now?
Just
or like,
I would say
which mess would you like to start?
I would say just first things first. Talk to me about how you're feeling right now. Before you go into result, talk to me about how you're feeling about the back-to-back losses and just the week in general.
Yeah.
And then we can probably go to the match. We can go to probably about the Spurs civil war that is brewing outside right now. There's a storm outside. And then we can talk about a few different things about sort of the perceptions on Jose Mourinho, your board, your team, etc. and whatnot. But how are you feeling through it? This is 100 episodes. I've done 100 episodes or more with you. And now you're here. And Spurs did this to you on a monumental day. How are you feeling, sir?
Hey, that's mad. You put it like that. But for me, it's not even something that's. It's not even something.
Yeah, you remember
Canada.
You know what I mean?
Hey, legend.
Oh, gosh.
But for me, it's not even something that I feel like has kickstarted these last 2 games. I think since the initial Leicester, Liverpool, and we dropped points to Palace, since then, we've looked kind of out of sync. And the one thing that's remained constant for me over the last year maybe is this squad for me. I've always felt like defensively especially is not good enough. And I feel like over the last month or so, it's shown more than ever. I mean, when you go through that back line, Aurier's reverted back to default. Doherty's complete and utter flop. Let's not even play ourselves. No matter what position you put him in, he's not offering anything. All the virals on his last legs. Eric Dyer, not a centre-back. Let's stop playing ourselves. That experiment, it's failed. We had a little purple patch at the start of the season where it looked promising, but it's not working. Davinson Sanchez, 42 million flop. Egg on our face. Considering De Ligt was playing right next to him, absolute egg on our face. Then you look on next to him, Rodon, just come in, deadline day panic buy, and he's thrown into the deep end and they're expecting him to kind of take to it like a duck to water. For me, he's a championship player and they're expecting him top 4 competing team. It don't work. So when I look at that entire back line, Ben Davis, steady Eddie, he does the job, but not really what you want from a left back at that level. So when you look at the entire back line, Reguilon is the only decent player. Keeper, Lloris. I mean, we've seen a turnaround, I felt like, this season. But the last couple of games, little lapses of concentration, not commanding the area. And the things he's always been good at is the reflex saves and the one-on-ones. But that ain't been needed the last couple of games. So that until that whole back line is restructured for me, no matter what you do, you can score as many goals as you like. You will always leak goals. And for me, that was a prime example of what we've seen the last couple of days. You look at Brighton's goal today. Tippy-tappy in and around our box. Rodon gets sucked out. They're in.
Good team goal by them.
Good team goal by them, definitely.
Yeah,
but you look at Mane the other day, the way he broke through. Firmino, it falls to him. Lloris and Dyer just static, watching. And it's like, time and time again, you see these individual errors and everybody will say, oh, why is Jose so defensive? Why is he playing 5 at the back? Because we're that weak at the back. I feel like he's trying to almost overcompensate. So it's like, can I blame him for going that defensively, or is it a thing where we have to kind of protect ourselves or something like that? For me, till the quality of them players improves, we're not going to see that situation improve. Go on.
I'll ask you this. So, because I've seen this sort of civil war brewing, and I've had to speak to a few Spurs fans and kind of ask them almost in terms of, do you feel you're being a bit entitled in the sense that you tried what you tried before, it didn't work. You've kind of been nearly men there. You've not won anything. So you've done what is almost the last resort, which is go to the man who's won stuff. He's trying to do it his way and now you're angry with it. Are you kind of like not trusting the philosophy? And people say stuff like, well,
the thing is,
I don't think he's going to win anything. The thing, lo and behold, right? You're in a cup final. You're still in Europa League. Top 4, I said away. I kind of said before, I don't see you guys finishing top 4 because I thought it'll slip away, but you're still in contention with it. But if we look at what Jose Mourinho is as a manager, right? His teams are built on great defenses. Like, not just him defensive unit, he has good defenders. If you look at Chelsea, like for all the players that we had going forward, a cohesive unit which was good defenders. And I feel like what you said with all of your players that you mentioned, none of them are really like, I thought like you said, Eric, that at the beginning of the season, I thought, okay, this might be a solution. But I don't look at your defense.
The impact of Højbjerg coming in as well, I felt like helped that early on. The plaster, paper over the cracks almost.
Maybe.
But I feel like over time that gets exposed.
But do you feel like he's not been, I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but not been backed in the right way then? Because there you've got the biggest 1-2 punch combo, whatever,
100%.
and one of them's injured now. But his bread and butter is having that sure defense.
Yeah.
Like
The
anywhere
thing-
he's gone,
Yeah.
that's his bread and butter.
With
And
the backing thing there, I kind of hear that because this summer we say, oh, he's been backed with 7 players or so, yeah. But it's 2 loan signings, a freebie, 2 15 million signings, and Reguilon's the only kind of one we actually spent money on. Is that really backing the manager, would you say? I don't think so for me.
But I
And
feel
then
like
you look
people-
at at the time, it looked like bodies are coming in. It's good. But you look at the bodies that have come in, only 2 out of the 7, I would say, have actually performed up to that. That's Reguilon and Højbjerg. Other than that, none of the others have
so
kind of
is
turned
that
up.
you've been backed? But
Take into account
been
as
a
well.
bad
No,
window.
but take into account even the windows before that. You had Bergwijn and Lo Celso coming the January and the summer before that. They were meant to take this squad to another level. Bergwijn
Where's
was meant to be
Gedson?
the final third piece up front. Lo Celso was meant to be Lo Celso, Endom, Højbjerg. Let's see that. We haven't seen that. Whether that's injuries or form or whatever. But
They're just
I
not
don't
good
feel
enough.
like, I don't feel like they've stepped up to the levels when
which
they
window
got this
was
move.
Gedson, was that this window? Was that last
Gedson's
one?
now going Galatasaray today. I'm
Jeez,
hearing.
that was a
Like,
Jose signing, though.
that was.
But
that
that's what
was
I'm
a
saying. So
complete
like,
utter howler.
so for me, it's like on one hand you can say that,
But that's
they've not been the
another
right
panic
thing.
buy.
Yeah,
That was
you
another
know,
panic.
I think. Look, the thing is, yeah, when you look at Spurs, right, they've been we've been hyping the 1-2 punch, blah 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 blah. But really and truly, if you looked at it from the outside looking in or beyond the surface or whatever, you can see that this is not. Yes, okay, we can marvel about 1-2 punch, but this is a team over reliant on that. Do you know what I mean? And
100%,
that's
yeah.
we talked about. It's funny, Bale. As I said, maybe he should go into looking into being centre back. But if you look at him he's actually scored still more goals this season than Bergwijn, Mora. I don't know who else. Other Spurs,
Lamela, yeah.
Lamela, whoever it is. Bale has been so bad, and he
He's
still
still better
scored
than
more
the rest.
goals than the guys that are meant to be
What does
Spurs
that tell you?
options. So these guys obviously aren't performing to the best of their ability, or whatever. I don't know if that's because of Jose or not, or that's not good enough. Well, they're not good enough. Any of them.
Lamela's never been good enough.
Yeah, none of
Mora's
the- none
never
of
been
the-
good.
none of
Like,
them are
they're
good
not
enough.
up to the levels.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, none of them are good enough. But it's look, Harry Kane has contributed to over 70% of Spurs' goals in the league. I'm sorry, we can talk about how good Harry Kane is. That I don't want that to ever exist at my football club, bro. Do you know what I mean? I would never want to look at a team and think, oh, I've got one guy who's contributed to over 70%. Because especially a guy that we know is always going to get injured. So now the fact that he's injured now,
Yeah.
but
And Dom might
you-
be injured today as well.
and you're not surprised that I'm not surprised that you lost today. But when you look at Spurs in general, yes, they've scored 34 goals, which is quite decent when you look at everyone else in the league. But as we're saying,
coming
Kane
first.
and Son, it's crazy. Like what they're doing.
6
Kane,
goals against United and the 5 against, was it Southampton?
Yeah, but even the Kane on something on that point, like you said, Kane is 70%. And this goes back to the conversation we had about whether Son is world class and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, Son's a great player.
he's never been world class. though.
But in terms, he's streaky, and a lot of his streak comes from playing with Kane. Like the 1-2
well,
punch becomes
now before
There've
in
been
the-
No,
times,
it didn't,
there've been
but, like,
times
in-
where he's carried when
Yeah.
Kane has
yeah,
gotten
but
injured.
in recent times, a lot of it comes from because of the way Kane's operating. It gives him a lease of life. Like today, when I was looking at it, I was like,
No, today, what I don't
The
know
first
why
half when I was
Bergwijn was playing through the middle today. When I saw Bale come, I thought we might be able to see him play through the middle at some point. Today was a perfect opportunity for that with Kane out. Son is the other one. I thought he would play
Yeah,
through the middle,
but- and
which
then I
makes
didn't
me
see
think.
that.
And I'm not saying like Jose's completely blameless in this situation or whatever. There have been times the selections, the tactics, he's got it wrong. Substitutions, he's got
touch
it wrong.
on that substitutions
Because like
against
midweek,
Liverpool. Yeah.
Talk about
midweek
Liverpool
against
game.
Liverpool, like halftime, you're bringing on Lamela and Winks. I'm sorry, to change a game and try and score goals, you've got Vinicius there. Kane has just come off. You need a focal point. What are you doing? So for me,
Against
them kind
two
of decisions, I'm just
Henderson
like,
and
and I used to
Phillips.
say that about Pochettino, but way back in the day, I was like, there's sometimes game management. This is where it matters. Against Liverpool, when they're there for the taking, I felt like they've been struggling for form, struggling for goals. Get at them, and
Yeah.
instead you set up 5 at the back, and it's like you invite them onto us. I'm like, we're at home. Come
Yeah.
on, man. They're there for the taking. But
why do you think?
but just to go back to what you said as well on the quality, I feel like outside of maybe the 1-2 punch and Dom, Reguilon and Højbjerg, you're genuinely looking at nobody out would sign them if you're a top team. And all across the pitch, that is. So for really and truly, how good is this team?
When you look at he's made Jose's has obviously bought some of these players. People did give look, we were talking about they've got that kind of Jose identity now, right? But that Jose identity, which we always say, it's all nice when you're winning.
Yes.
As soon as it goes wrong, all of a sudden it's like the football's boring. We can't do this. We're relying on this. And you look at, I know he's maybe, you know, a bit washed up at the moment, but you've completely exiled Dele Alli from existence, right? He couldn't come on to make some impact in some games playing behind the striker. Yeah, I mean, his best role is behind the striker. Harry Kane is now out. He's still going to be ghosted. Unless he goes tomorrow on loan. Yeah. He's basically not even a squad member. The guy, how old is Dele Alli? 23? Now, I'm not turning around and saying Ali is going to revitalize Spurs this season, but these are big decisions that you make and you have to get it right and by winning. And then when you don't, you look at it like, hold on, it's the same way as, okay, it's all good, Van der Beek, you know, you can be on bench while Man United are winning. But now when you lose the game and we need someone to come off the bench, can you please call upon him? And if you don't, you got to live by these decisions.
That goes to the thing where I was saying, like, these guys like Moura, Lamela, Jose, if you're going to select these guys, you're going to die by these guys as well. You have to clear out the deadwood as well. For me, that is the one issue I think over the last year.
Would that be priority deadwood with Dele Alli?
Dele Alli is not the priority. There's definitely way more deadwood that's easier to get rid of. But for me, I think with the backing, that's another thing that comes with it. I think we saw that at United, where Oli was able to get rid of who he wanted at the time, whether it's Sanchez, Young, all of these guys, Smalling. We need to be able to get rid of that deadwood for me in order to be able to actually sign something. But for me, I wouldn't panic, in all honesty. I think a lot of Spurs fans right now, what they're doing is they're seeing the results go bad. And like you said, when the results aren't coming, it's ugly football. You're not winning. It's bad. I feel like we're still in every cup competition right now. This is what I'm judging Jose on this season. And I feel like at the end of the season, we'll know the picture. The end of the season, we can have a discussion what should go on, but he's on 15 million a year. Don't think he's getting sacked mid-season.
And like I said,
especially when you take into account who else is out there right now. Nagelsmann's not available. Hazard, all these dream situations that Spurs fans draw up on Twitter, they're not available right now.
And bro, to everything you said as well, with what's going on at your club, what makes Spurs the dream destination for that manager to come in? That's the other thing. I feel
like some of them are
there's a lot of entitlement.
I understood when United fans wanted to get rid of Jose. They've seen Fergie, they've seen they've seen leagues. Even Chelsea, it's like we've chopped and changed managers before.
But Jose, you've done the winning. We want something more.
We want something more now, and that's the thing. The winning's already come. We haven't had either one. Like Man aren't even giving him the customary 3 years before shit goes. It's like we've hit a rough patch, and I feel like this squad especially has had. Do you remember when he initially came in? There was a good patch of form. Then COVID allowed us. We had a reset, and we said we benefited. Then it was patchy again. Reset again. We had good form. This season, lost to Everton. Reset. We signed some new players. Again, good form. Like, how many times does this squad need to reset before you realize they're not good enough?
You know what it is as well, though? Like, I agree with your point in terms of some Spurs fans already came with the mentality of we're never going to be behind Jose because they were, in my opinion, they were influenced by United fans and Chelsea fans. As like you said, I'm sorry, we're winners. You're a winner. We're winning clubs. Spurs are not.
Collectors, bro.
Yeah, Spurs are like. Let's be real. Spurs are not a big club like that. Their ambition is to be that. Jose Mourinho is bigger than the football club. I'm not even joking here. Jose Mourinho is bigger than the football club. And that's one thing that everyone liked about it is because now Jose has a club. Like, as we've always said, he has these teams that he picks up and he can do this siege mentality. But some Spurs fans, which I'm going to agree with, is they're going a bit too over the top. But the only thing is why I would say that, you do look at the patterns. It is exactly what we warned you guys about. This is what's funny though. That's the civil wars that's gonna happen. Oh, Jose, same thing that happened at Chelsea, same thing that happens at United. The players are now Aurier leaving at halftime. Dele Alli, could be a key player, exiled. You get these with the matters.
I'm not doing revisionist history on Ali.
I'm just saying.
I'm not doing this key player Ali.
I'm just saying, bro.
Chill with that, though.
I'm just saying.
Chill with that.
This is the fact.
We have to wrap it up. I get what you're saying.
But this is the facts. Like, he came in, he didn't like Matter, he didn't like this person, he didn't like that. This is how
there's always a clash of personalities.
There's always a clash, and it always starts to becoming a little thing as in, is it going to turn toxic? Is it going to go sour? Because as we said, when you win with Jose, you love him. When you lose with Jose, you are going down for a ride.
Well, though, when he did it at United, it was the top players. It was the Pogba, it was the Rashfords, it was the Martials. At Chelsea, it was the Hazards, the Fabregases,
the Dele Allis.
Kane and Son are on side.
The Dele Allis.
Reguilon and Dom are on
the
side.
Dele Allis.
Yeah.
Listen,
The Dele Alli.
All I was saying is
get rid of Dele Alli.
Poch over there, yeah.
For me, yeah. All I was saying is.
But what? Just before we move on, we talk about the players. I know you're talking about the players, and you said that he didn't get backed and stuff, but he got Bale. He's not getting the best out of these.
He got a sub-striker.
And the thing,
these guys
his use of Bale as well
stink.
is going to be egg on his face. I'm not going to lie to you. That is something he's going to be judged on. If Bale, he's not like today. They said before the game he only wants to play right wing. I said, what kind of bullshit is this? You've got to be wanting to win your shirt for me. And if you're going to pay 300, the highest paid player in the Premier League, and you're going to use him for cup
is
game,
he highest paid?
I think it's second.
Because of the other clubs.
Yeah.
Type of stuff.
But for me, if you're going to be that, you can't be bringing him on
Beggars
for
can't
Marin
be choosers.
and League Cup and
Bro,
come on,
he's
man.
been so bad that if his loan got terminated, it wouldn't even make a difference.
I
Let's
don't
be
think
honest,
so.
it wouldn't
I
make a
don't think
difference.
so.
He's been
For
so
me,
bad.
I think
Zidane
8 starts,
was Zidane
4
right?
games or
Was
whatever.
Zidane right?
Zidane may have been
Was
right,
Zidane
but I feel
right?
but here's
Remember
what
when I
I'll
got
say.
abused for that?
Zidane was also a big contributor to this.
Zidane was right, bro.
Listen,
That's all
Bale
I'll
was
say.
finished.
You can
Let's
be
move it
right
along.
and be a contributor.
He
Let's
should
move
have
it along.
taken that
Just
1
Cole,
million
just
in
a quick
China.
one. Yeah,
That's one of yours.
He should have taken that 1 mil a week
just
in
before we
China.
move on.
Let's
like,
be real.
Just
should have.
Innit? He should have. He could have.
Just before we move
could
on.
have played golf with the Chinese man. It could have been different. Now,
before we move on, because
Corona.
he wanted the second striker and he got the striker. He's there. I didn't even know that he was 25. I thought it was a young boy. He's older than Werner and all these man. Like, what's your thoughts on the utilization of
Even
Big 4-5 Vinicius?
Oh,
Vinicius.
Vinicius.
But even
That's his
today,
signing.
for
That's
example,
backed him.
like if Bergwijn, I didn't think Bergwijn was going to be the one playing through the middle. There's no point having Bergwijn as the focal point. Have Vinicius on, and you knew that straight away because halftime, what was the first change that was
he
made?
put Vinicius on, yeah.
So it was almost like a fucked up type of thing.
Yeah.
So for me, he's got definitely.
I think
he's not
it's gonna
blameless.
start-
He's not blameless. But for me, I think you've got to give him at least till the end. Of the
the
Context.
road is
Yeah.
gonna get
You can't-
rocky.
Hey.
Fans are gonna start turning.
Watch this space
Strap
then.
in, lads.
Listen,
Watch this space.
Let's go,
In
United.
third season, boom, sacked.
Let's talk about United.
Remember I
So,
told you, boom, sacked. Remember I
hey,
told you.
we had another Big
Other
6
people, stay
game.
ready.
And what's been a theme of this season is the Big 6 quotation mark games have not been exciting games. It's been
Big
the games
Six
of
hype.
other teams that have been exciting. But 0-0 draw, especially after the Sheffield United game as well. What's your thoughts on how you're feeling right now, the match, and kind of upon reflection of the match, the Big 6 form, the decisions made? I know you've mentioned about the performances, about Bruno and stuff as well. What, like all of that? Where are you at the moment?
The loss against Sheffield United is a bad loss. That's a bad loss. You can't be losing to Sheffield. You can't. Wait, first of all, you can't be losing. You can't be losing at home to Sheffield United. Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on. Bro, I don't know what's going on with OT this season. It's just absolute mess. Old Trafford is
disrespected.
Brother, we're just taking the piss out
And the
of
maddest part
OT.
is I'm always seeing Fergie in the stands for these games.
Brother, like the guy's risking himself, you know. Like, let's be honest, he shouldn't be outside right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's coming to OT to go and watch that. But so to lose to Sheffield United, that's one of our worst results in I can't even remember how long. We've had bad results, obviously, in this time without Fergie. But Jesus Christ,
Is that up there? Would you say?
Yeah, of course, they're the worst team in the Premier League history at the moment.
Yeah,
At the moment, they're the worst team in Premier League history, like at this stage ever. So that is just absolutely bizarre. You know, we conceded 4 goals to them this season. Like we even conceded 2 when we beat them. Like Jesus, what's going on here?
But
you know what I mean?
What on that and then going into Arsenal game? What's in this week? What has gone wrong then?
It's not even. Listen, all right. The first for the Sheffield game, right? It was total arrogance, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at these guys come out when they started the first 15 minutes or whatever. What is that? When they started the first couple minutes.
Just read it.
When
continue.
When they started the oh my god. When they started the first 15 minutes or so, right? We had the ball. We were playing mad. He wouldn't even understand it. We were playing mad. Arrogant. We were taking turns on our box. We were slow. We were laboured. It's like we expected. Sheffield to lay down. Just you know what? They're gonna come and beat us. This is the Premier League at the end of the day. Yeah, every team has something to fight for.
Yeah.
Sheffield United, as bad as they are, at some point, they're going to win a game. They're going to win some matches. They're gonna have that excitement.
They're gonna be up for it. Yeah.
Exactly. They're gonna be up for it. So. When I saw the way the boys came out, straight away I was like, these guys are not made for this level. You know what I mean? Man City won't do this to Sheffield. Man City will respect Sheffield. Liverpool would respect Sheffield. Man United came out expecting Man City and Liverpool respect. You haven't earned that. What have you done to
But for
earn
you-
Man
for
City
you,
Liverpool
where does it-
respect?
where
They're gonna
does
come
that-
at you.
They've been
Where
going
does
at
that-
2
of
years,
course.
bro.
Where does
3
that
years.
stem from? And the reason why I asked you that is this, because I looked at the Big Six record and everything. We've spoken about how United approach games and everything. And what I suddenly realized was, in terms of the Big Six games, you've lost to these lot to 6-1. The other one, you lost 2-1. Who do you lose 2-1 to?
Nah, we've only lost to them
And
and then drew us where every other game.
And then
Yeah.
you drew, but it's 0-0s. And what we've said is a lot of your approaches, until the other team score, you guys don't wake up and perform comeback king. So it's all of that mentality in terms of how you play, the approach and everything that has created this sort of complacent approach almost.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, that's a good point. You see, first and foremost, Ollie, listen, we say it time and time again. When it comes to actually coaching a football match, he's not great at it. He's not. If a team comes and says, "We're going to sit back," and you end up relying on a Pogba screamer that he's done for the last 2 weeks, or Bruno penalty, or Rashford do something. That's how it is. It's literally like, someone come and please do something. Like, please save us here.
Brilliance.
That's how it has been. But the league's not that strong. It's gotten Man United to a position like where we are, second in the league at the moment. But when you're on your point there, Bruno, Maguire and Pogba have come out in the last 3 weeks something and done press conferences. All of them have touched on, we go goals down and we come back. We need to stop it. But I was looking at them and I feel like they've accepted, we're the type of team that will go down, but, we're going to come back and win. I'm telling you, remember when I was saying that's not sustainable, right?
Yeah.
Didn't work in the Champions League because they were good teams. Leipzig, what? You think you're going to let us go 3-0 up? Hold that and get out of Europe. You know what I mean? Same thing with, you can't even Sheffield. They went 1-0 up. Okay, we woke up a little bit. We got our goal. But then they go again. So you can't be allowing teams. At the end of the day, Man United have conceded 27 goals in the league.
Shit.
I think that's the most in the top 10. I think it is. If you
Are
can
you
check
sure?
it.
Because Chelsea's
Check it.
record is quite
We've
bad.
conceded more than you.
Oh, Matt.
We have conceded so many goals this season. You can't look. Man City beat. How much did they beat Sheffield United by? Was it 1-0?
1-0.
One goal is all it takes to win a football match if you can keep a clean sheet. We cannot keep a clean sheet to save our goddamn life.
No,
and
you on West
your
Ham,
pain.
but
Us on West
it's the
Ham.
same.
So
principle.
what happens is, right, when you go to this Big Six record, against Arsenal, drew 0-0. I don't know why people are trying to make that result as the end of the world. I mean, if you're away to Emirates, you drew. Okay, fair enough. But it's the approach of Ollie that I don't like, right? Ollie in these big games is too shook. He's too scared. Yeah, now listen, even hearing that most of our clean sheets this season has probably come against the Big Six, how ridiculous is that?
Yeah.
He's too scared. He goes with this flipping destructive duo, Phil and Grant
Fred.
of flipping Fred and
Phil and Grant.
the Undertaker and Kane, or whatever you want to call them, the brothers of destruction. He
They don't
puts them
destroy
two,
nothing.
in there, and that holds United back so much because you look at the big games, you have to shove Pogba out on the left maybe to accommodate for fucking Tom or Fred. Like, what other football club in the world would do this, bro? Do you know what I mean? What club in the world would ever have Paul Pogba put him left wing to accommodate for a certain man? Because if this is this is why the number one priority for Man United is to find a defensive midfielder, because we've got two men trying to do the job of one. Because Fred can't hold it down by himself, and neither can McTom. If you were to if we got Holberg, for example, and put him in there, all of a sudden you're able to put Pogba in his best position, you're able to put Bruno in his best position, blah blah blah, and go from there. We're too negative in these big games with Fred and McTom. Let these teams come against us. If Man United say we're just going to shut up banks of four, teams won't score against us.
Even though not
but
even
it's-
bringing on Van der Beek though, that's another problem.
Bro,
Do you know
about this
but do you
Van
know
der
what I
Beek
would say
situation?
as well, is before we go into Van der Beek, there were chances.
Average
Bro,
half chances,
Rashford.
bro.
Rashford,
Half
Cavani's
chances.
one, am I
Cavani
right?
missed an
There were
absolute
still chances.
sitter.
But that even the way that fell to Cavani, it was weird. It wasn't like a beautifully create. We don't
don't
create
know.
nice
I'll be real with
chances.
you.
In my
If
opinion,
if
Arsenal
anyone
could have scored
calls
goals.
a
Arsenal could have
caliber of
scored.
Cavani's quality. I know we usually say he needs a couple chances to score, whatever, but still, that is bread
get
and
that.
butter.
I'm not putting it on
basics,
him, but
yeah.
I'm saying there was still like,
But
don't
this
get me wrong,
There
not
was
clear
chances.
can't. You
I-
weren't
this is
dominant.
why I'm
like,
saying-
I
but-
felt like there was a
chances.
lot
But
of
this
times
is-
in the final
yeah.
third when Rashford's decision making
Decision was
wasn't
bad.
Yeah.
and I felt like that game against Arsenal anyway, there was from decision making from Ollie and from your forwards was just not on. I just thought,
But it's the fact that we're having to nitpick this moment? Why
I
are
hear
we
you.
every game
Having
against
to
the
go-
big
This is
teams?
Arsenal without their three best. as well.
Exactly. Why is it in every game against these big teams? It has to be like, if you have to take that one chance you get, or you're not going to win.
Yeah.
We're sitting here talking about Cavani's one chance.
Yeah. I
Take
hear
it. Oh, you didn't take it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the reason you didn't win. You know
But
what I mean?
isn't
Like,
that how it goes in big games? You're not
no,
supposed
it
to
should
have
not be like that.
20,000 chances.
Man
Okay.
City will create chance after chance after chance if they're not. You don't see Man City just lay
You're trying
down.
to talk about the
You-
tight affairs where it's one
the
or two
teams ain't
chances.
tight like that.
Good. Like, I get what you're trying to say. Yeah.
So you're saying one chance a game is no, it's not good enough.
This is my point, yeah. I feel like you're contradicting yourself
Go on.
because you'll sit here and say football's crap, yeah. There's too many
Well, do you know what I mean?
chances,
I don't
people
get
can't
that.
defend, people can't do this. But when you're talking about the golden era of football, I don't remember Chelsea having 10 chances when we played Man United.
The difference is
you used to get one good chance.
You wouldn't have one chance a game.
It's
You wouldn't have
Tell you what,
one
let's-
chance a game.
yeah.
Let's-
I don't think.
yeah,
And the
let's-
thing is, it's the same pattern. You guys were understanding. This one chance a game mentality is the same pattern we have against the Sheffield, against the Villa, we have opportunities where we go through most games and we're having to nitpick how many opportunities we've really created for our team. So what do you think is going to be in the bigger games when the teams are even better?
No, I
It's
hear you,
it's
but
going to be 0-0.
tell you
It's
what,
gonna be, we're not going to
where-
score.
where- there's a
We have scored
conversation-
one goal. It was
But
the penalty.
it's got-
Forget
the
Bruno's
conversation-
penalty.
it's
That means
gotten
we scored no
results.
goals. We've
this-
scored no goals in open play against any
It's-
team in the top six this
But this
season.
is where
It's
I want to go
pathetic,
to
bro.
with it because I feel like there's conversations that's happening in terms of what we can see, but I think there's a bigger picture in terms of you said it's not sustainable. We've come and
Said it from
It's a
time.
bit weird. It's not
Yeah.
sustainable. That's what I would say. That's what got United out of the Champions League because it's
Yep.
not sustainable playing against tougher opposition, especially in knockout football. But what I feel like almost has to be addressed now is okay, it's not sustainable. You said that the players are not well coached. If you get a situation which Spurs have had this season, Chelsea have had this season, Arsenal have had this season, City have had this season, where your form goes bad.
We started the season like that though.
No, but it can, things can quickly change. What happens then? Because you've told me that they're not a well-coached team. It's individual brilliance. You said that Rashford and Martial always seem to do the same thing at the same time.
Run into the same.
Bruno
alleys,
in the big games is when it doesn't happen anything. But was it last 5 games now? No goals and assists.
Yeah.
What
That's
happens?
his bread and butter.
Yeah,
Without
what
that,
happens
he's
if that
average.
starts to grow and then Cavani's not getting goals? Suddenly you get this picture where you were managing to keep this fantastic pace, and now because there's no coaching almost, you just
Listen,
That's the danger
The
of it.
Premier League should be upset and disgraced that Man United are where we are in the Premier League. With where we are in the Premier League, every other team should be thinking how have we allowed this to get to this point. United, at the end of the day, listen, top 4 is a good season for United. With when you have Oli and you have this squad, in my opinion, it's a good decent squad. That top 4 is what you should get. Liverpool and City should really, we know Liverpool and City's quality or whatever. They've been there, done that, and they're proving it. The only thing I would say is that this individual brilliance or whatever, it somehow got us in this place. I look at this Man United team, especially after Sheffield, it completely confirmed that they're not got the mentality to ever front run any Premier League at the moment. They're not built for it. It's as simple as they're not built for that. So
it's a different mindset.
this
leading
people are trying to maybe create
where does
some
that
kind
come
of
from, though?
people are trying to create. No, they're not winners. How many of our players have been in this position?
Okay, so
None
you're
of our
saying
players have been there.
it
Rashford doesn't know
players
what a
and
title
manager or
race is.
just literally the
Martial doesn't know.
individuals?
Yeah, Oli doesn't know what. Yeah, we haven't really
Okay.
been in them positions. So for me, all it is, right, is I don't mind United being behind City at the moment. Liverpool can catch up, whatever. I don't mind. United are better off trying to snatch and grab this Premier League. If they're going to try and win it, they're better off trying to do it that way. I do not want to see Man United
Front running.
If United are 6 points clear, they will bottle that, bro. They will bottle that title. They're not good enough. They haven't got the mentality. They're not going to run it like that.
You wasn't saying none of this. When
What
you
did I
were
say?
going
What did I
top.
say? What?
You were doing all of
What did I
this.
say?
Now you've
Oh,
changed
okay.
your
What
tune.
did I say there? What are you doing? Did I even speak? I didn't even say nothing. What have I said the whole time? I said top 4 is the aim. I've never once said Man
But
United
at
are
the
going to
time
win
when
the
you
Premier League.
went top and you came in here,
What did I
scared
do?
to make
you were like,
shouts.
you were
Prove
like,
it.
this
Where
is
was
not
it?
a bad result.
scared
Where
to
are we?
make
We're still
shouts.
first. Now you've changed your
Where-
tune.
where is
You were the one
Where is
saying
it?
that.
Do you know?
I've said from time. There's never been a time where I said Man United are going to win the Premier League.
Do you know what?
If
the harsh
United,
reality
hold on,
of this
if
is?
United are going to win the league, we have to try and snatch and grab it.
moving
It's as
silent
simple.
meant, though.
We move in silence.
What moving
But
We're
silent
still moving
though.
in silence.
Listen,
Like, I don't know why
we-
people
we
acting
all-
like
we
it's
all
not
know
that
football
deep.
here.
Now it's a
yeah?
whimper.
And the harsh
It's
reality.
silence, bro.
The
People
harsh
want
reality
me to say we're gonna win the title.
all of
But
this
I've
is,
never
yeah.
ever said that. You gotta
fair.
find me say that.
No, I hear
That's
all
fair.
points here, but the harsh reality of football is that no team can decide what approach they take to win. Do you get where I'm coming from? If you want to win, you have to kind of go back your guard and go for it. Like, you can't say, let's let City creep back.
I didn't say
and then
let's let them.
No,
I'm saying
it's
Man
the
United
best
have a better
chance.
opportunity
But I'm
of
saying
doing it that way.
in their head, they're gonna go out and try and win every game. Like,
Of
I hear what
course.
you said about better
But they're not
chance,
good enough
You don't really
mentally.
get to facilitate what sort of position you're in.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
can
saying they're not good enough
to front lead. I
mentally
hear
to
you.
front run.
Yeah,
the
I
Premier
hear you.
League, 'cause
They'll
they ain't
crumble.
been there. Roy Keane backed it as well. Some of them look like they're happy to be there. Just like, oh shit, we're top of the league.
Yeah.
This is great. For me, Sheffield confirmed it. Sheffield
I
confirmed
feel
it, bro.
like for me,
We
it was
came
never
out with
really realistic.
arrogance.
I always felt like, well, City are now finding their groove again. Liverpool are finding
I was saying from a while,
back-to-back
City are the
wins
ones
now.
that can.
Front three are scoring again, so it's like you lot would. I don't think I personally never. I said
Listen,
dark
top
horse
4 is the
at
aim,
best.
mate. Top
Listen,
4, top
I'm not
6,
gonna lie.
great season.
I'm with everything that's happened this
Great
season.
season.
I'm not even
It's
coming.
great
I'm
How
not,
can we,
I'm not-
how
it's
can
just
we
a repeat
compete
of
with
last
Jose?
season.
How can we compete with?
it's just a copy
with
and paste.
Chelsea and
There's
all
no
that?
improvements.
I'm not coming and stuff because at the end of the day,
Same old.
for the whole Canada layer last year, we said it's not staying, but you guys kept a standard. Like, at the end of the day, if you beat everyone else and it's just the top 6, with this year, you never know. That might be enough. Like, so,
I
boy,
was just
listen,
about to say,
I
listen,
wish
the
we'll see
Premier
what
League have
happens.
a
I wish
second.
fucking
We'll-
William
we'll s-
buried that chance. Bro.
listen, we'll
The
see
Premier
what
League has
happens.
United second without winning a game against the top 6.
We'll see what happens.
With Oli, with apparently not a great team, conceded the most in nearly the top 10.
We'll see
Everyone
what
else should be
happens,
looking
man.
at themselves. They're focusing on United,
Right,
but they
listen.
should be looking at themselves.
Let's touch
Hold
on.
on, I'm gonna ask a question, so we can't do this cloak and dagger. Who's winning the league?
I don't know who's winning.
Who's
the
your
league.
no? Give a name.
I
Who
don't-
do
I don't
you
know
think
who's
is
winning
winning
the
the league?
I have no idea. Maybe City or Liverpool, one of them.
Bruv, that's weak. Move
Why?
on, mate.
You want me to say United,
No,
don't you?
I don't want you
You
to
want
say
me to say
United.
United.
You know,
Alright, City are winning the league.
only
City
thing
are winning the league.
Okay,
City.
City. Cool.
City are winning the league. Yeah.
The
Let's
only
go
reason is
into-
I don't want you to come because it's easy to do shh. We move in silence.
That- my silence is louder than an opinion. See what I'm saying? This is what I said. What happened? I didn't even say nothing, and it's affected everyone.
Because
See
when
that?
we had an
This is what I said. It's gonna
episode, when we
happen.
had an episode, I
Time's
can't
going,
remember who
time's
you
going
played.
still.
You drew against someone, and you were like, "But that result still leaves us top.
Listen,
We're still
it
top."
did.
Fans-
And
It leaves us top.
now
Fans-
you're changing it, and
Yeah.
you're like, "We can't lead from the
thing-
front." But
the
when you were
fans-
in first, you kept saying, "I predicted United are going to go first."
Hold on.
here.
Okay.
I did
Okay.
this."
Hold on.
No, you can't have
All
it
right.
both
So
ways.
wait a second. So every game that goes on, you're not meant
Let's
to.
get
You're not gonna
sidetracked
have. You're not gonna have a. Your mind ain't gonna change in a certain situation. If Man United go against Sheffield United, the worst team in Premier League history, and lose, why do you think I will now turn around and say, do you know what? We're actually gonna be able to front run. One thing that I've never ever said. I said this match clearly showed that these guys haven't got the mentality to front run the Premier
It's not
League.
even just
Simple as
man.
that.
For me, it's the
What's
Arsenal
wrong
game
with
as well.
that?
I feel like
Yeah.
Arsenal missing their best 3 players. Like,
Yeah.
you've got to take them there. Similarly to like I was saying with Liverpool, they were there for the taking. Arsenal were there for the taking.
I just think, yeah.
But again, I
Wait,
feel
sorry,
like
wait,
we're
let
going
me
around in
just,
circles
we're
on
gonna finish this, yeah. But
Yeah.
I just think because of the size of Man United, because of the fact people are desperate to try and act like Man United are in some form of crisis. We didn't win our last 2 matches. We're second, 3 points behind the fucking Man City. They're about to win and go 6 points clear, probably. Is it the end of the world? I'm confused. 2 games? Is it because people have been waiting so long for Man United to lose a match? I'm sorry, guys, if it's hurting you guys so
You
much,
said
but
most
people are
hated.
desperate to try and
I
drag
feel
us
like
into
it's
some
a-
like it's turmoil or something. It is what it is.
I don't think you can say people because your fan base, i.e. Flex,
See?
all these
The fan
people,
base-
Gas it
they've
up.
gone on to Sky
Look,
Sports.
it's
You
the
can't
fan
say
base.
that.
They've gone on to Sky
It's the
Sports.
fan
No,
base.
you
You can't, they
21.
did. You can't say that. It's
21.
So what is it?
It's not
So
people.
so people are
21.
so because United have not
21.
won, because United have not won in 2 games, 1 loss and the other loss was against Arsenal away from home. All of a sudden,
No, you're
this-
talking about the
I'm
big
sorry,
6
draw.
games.
Sorry, draw.
You did
All
lose
of a
them this
sudden-
season, though.
No,
but
no,
that
we
was,
drew. I'm talking about the draw.
yeah.
So the draw against Arsenal and the loss against Sheffield is it's crisis
Listen,
time.
It's shown
This
your
league,
true
yeah,
character.
it's
That's all
crisis
it's done
time.
for me.
This
It's
league,
shown
yeah.
United's true
Listen,
colours.
if you
Red
thought
league.
United were going to
That-
win the league, then you'll be burning. You see, with me,
Yeah.
top 4 is the aim.
Tell
Top 4 is the aim.
co-United fans
Top 4
because
is
they're
the
the
aim.
ones burning. They're angry at you now for not
4 is the aim.
co-signing
You
and
let us
defending.
astray.
All the I didn't see them nowhere. All the United fans were messaging me. All the United fans were messaging me saying, "Oh, Cam, man, just say it. You think we're gonna win the league?" Or they're like, "Why? Oh, you're scared to say it."
You're the
I didn't
Listen,
speak. Hey, listen, go direct that to.
We don't need to go
Flex and
into
them man
stuff, but obviously you've been away this week for
I
personal issues.
don't need to speak.
For personal issues and whatnot, but people have decided to turn that into. Cam decided to run away. The week United had bad form. That's why
They're
Listen,
talking about
is-
your face
yeah.
on milk cartons.
Boy,
People need to realize people have lives.
We have
outside
lives.
of football.
Like-
People have lives outside of.
But
football.
listen,
Well, I speak
time's
every
going.
single week, but I won't speak this week. Come on, man.
Time's going, man. Let's touch in Lampard's. Lampard was finally relieved of his duties. Thomas Tuchel.
The milk bottles.
I'm not gonna mispronounce Tuchel. He's been brought in.
Tuchel.
And I said in my video, I feel like I didn't know what wanted to happen. I'll be honest. Like I didn't know what the direction was going to be. I thought the safe bet would probably be get someone to tie it into the end of the season. I don't even think the club wanted to know with the amount of front runners there were.
Was
But
it 18-month contract though, wasn't it?
18-month contract? Yeah, I think there's a year option either
That doesn't
way.
scream security.
Yeah, and it's a thing where he's been brought in, he's straight into it. And the thing I wanted to address is, you know what, fair play. Like, you know, I'm always going to support the team, but I feel like fans and media are doing a little bit too much. I'm seeing like the Lampard in brigade of the media do everything to say something bad, and then I'm seeing the Lampard out brigade do everything to say, "Oh my gosh, Thomas said this in the press conference is amazing."
Revolution.
Were we so deprived with Lampard that a man saying, "Oh, Havertz needs to get strong," is now a revelation? Like, I just feel like things are just going too extreme. What I do like about this situation, though, is this is a man that was relieved of his duties at PSG, right? And the reason why he was relieved of these duties was because in a high-pressure environment, they thought he wasn't doing enough. He's now come to another high-pressure environment. So he knows what time it is. It's either you do it or you're out. So I respect that. In terms of early doors and everything, I'm not going to be coming and saying, "Oh, this is amazing," and everything. We played Wolves after, 24 hours? You probably even know who Wolves
that
were.
performance today was crazy,
And then
bruv.
It's Burnley.
Bro,
Burnley.
nah, that
This is
performance
what
today
this
was
is what got
dominant.
Chelsea.
Hey,
This is what got Chelsea in a spliff last
Nah.
time. It's Burnley.
Nah, that
At the end of
performance
the day,
today was mad. Domination. They had one shot. That is
when we
Tuchel ball.
played-
That's what is
when
that?
we were playing-
Tuchel ball.
When we were playing all of these other teams, they were
This
having
guy.
one shot as well. Don't mind him.
Nah, that
End
was
of the
crazy.
day-
I ain't gonna lie. If I was a Chelsea fan,
Because you
I'd be excited.
was dismissing Kante's performances against Burnley
Who?
last time.
Listen,
Who?
boy,
Kante.
boy.
Kante. What
Yeah.
about him?
Do you
If
remember,
Tuchel
do you remember when
wants to
Kante
do
did well
anything,
against
he needs to
Burnley? You
think about
said,
that.
"I sound against Burnley."
Listen.
Hey,
So we-
one
let
shot
Let
though.
me keep addressing what we're addressing. So I feel like even with today, I'm seeing
One
people
shot
like,
in a Premier League
"Oh,
match.
Cho's been amazing.
Was it
Why is he getting
91st
taken
minute?
off?" Listen, this is the Premier League right now where you're playing
Bro,
fixtures
speak on
every
Cho
single
today.
day. He's doing this is him. This is him.
New role though.
This
the
is
last,
him.
that's two
That's
games
what I
in
want
a row
to-
now
that's
where
what I
I've
want
seen him play what?
That's what I want to
The
touch
right
on.
wing
Like,
back, yeah.
It's a new role, and you know what?
Attacking
It seems to be
fullbacks.
right. But what I'm seeing is that
Hey,
this
Houston's
guy's come
close.
in. He's had a couple of days with his team. He's making an audit. He's played different players. He wants to see what's going on. Alonso
Yeah.
came in, scored what? That's what Alonso used to do. Like just going crazy goals. Rudiger's playing. We're seeing different players. I still feel like he might not settle on this formation, but
Right.
when you haven't got a preseason, you're playing games every single day, and you've got 2 games at this. You're gonna try and do something. Now the real test is, let's see what happens. Spurs on Thursday. Whether I'm gonna settle with a different thing. Or
Oh,
how I
Spurs on
approach that.
Chelsea, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thursday.
that's on Thursday. And then after
damn.
that, February's here now. We've got Atletico, 2 legs. Then we're gonna start seeing things that people want to get so horny about. Like, fam, just let man settle. Like,
Here's
let's,
the thing. Do you worry about that clean slate thing though? Because when you see, like, for example, today we saw Alonso, Rudiger, Jorginho.
yeah.
There was quite a few players who were out of favour. who we saw
Kovacic,
back
who
in.
was out of
and
coming
and
in.
it's like one of them things where you as a fan know what those players are about. So whether you want them back in the team, you know. And when you see a fresh manager come in and be like, "Don't worry, everybody, clean slate. I'm the new guy," and you see them back today, it was a win, yeah. But when it starts going wrong as well,
But this is what I'm saying. Like,
does that concern you?
people need to like have kind of like sense
Chelsea
that
are back.
There's too many. Oh, man. There's too many variables.
Chelsea
'cause
are back.
If that game went wrong,
Wait your turn.
if that game goes wrong, it's like, oh, I knew Alonso should have started.
Yeah.
Or people like, oh, why is Cho playing? Thing like, oh, people saying, oh, Reece James, why is Reece James not playing? It's like, oh my god, Cho's doing amazing. Like, people are just going too much extreme. Like, a man's come in, he knows you are
Back in his favourite
experienced
role.
pros. Like, he knows you experienced pros. He's looking at things, he's going, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this. Once I see what happens here, I move from there. Like, what? How many days of training would he have had? That first day, he had the night. Lampard got sacked this morning, he had the night. It's had a day and a half. Like, he's gonna audit the team, and from there,
manager bounce.
what I would say is though, I know for a fact, us not going for the whole sort of safe bet takes over the season is because we want to finish top 4 and we want to win a trophy.
Foot on the pedal.
We don't want to go
Yeah.
2 seasons without a trophy. That Roman's probably saying that is a
What are
no-go.
you guys
So
in right now?
that is the expectation. The expectation is
What are you
FA
guys
Cup.
in?
FA Cup, and top 4 has to be there. Top 4 for me has to, because no Champions League football after spending that much. That's impossible.
Yeah.
That's impossible. As Africans say, impossible. It can't happen. So that is what he has to address.
New lingo.
He has to
I
get
never
that.
heard that in my life.
And even
What
and then
happened?
even what's it called? Even that Atleti game.
You heard that?
Even that Atleti game.
I don't know what
That's
village
one of
he's
them
from.
things. Yeah, for me personally.
You're just gonna skip off.
Fam, listen, don't Google that. Don't Google that one.
Hey, Cam,
That even
I
the-
it's perfect.
We ain't from the same. we ain't from the same village.
Even the Atleti game. Like, don't get me wrong, they're top of the league, or they're killing and everything.
10
But
points clear now, bro.
this is Chelsea. I expect us to go and do something. Like, I don't expect, later doing so well, so you know what, we're just gonna
But the
show
thing
up.
is, it's still
Show
the
up.
same
Keep
players.
this energy,
For me,
bruv.
it's still the same players. That's the thing. That's why I wouldn't go too much of I expect something from Atleti. It's still the same players. For me, is Tuchel that much of a difference maker for me? Because I've seen him at Dortmund where he was supposed to take over Bayern or whatever. Didn't
All
quite
he
reach
did
that
was
target.
challenge. All he did was challenge and win a cup. At PSG,
He got
people
sacked
He
when
said-
they were like-
faded away. Every
PSG,
year, badly as
PSG,
well.
everyone was like, what they said, PSG, well, I could do that PSG. That's what I'm saying. So when, like I addressed in that video, I've never been like, people said
And
that he's the
that's the
third
thing. No,
best
no, no.
manager.
I get that, but I feel like now
Even after
coming into
Champions League,
Chelsea-
I said I wanted him out.
yeah,
Of
Straight,
PSG,
we
I
were
wanted him
saying
out.
that, yeah.
So he's come to
Production was
Chelsea
saying
now.
different, but
Even before that, I said, I don't know if he's the headliner guy, but you
Yeah.
know what? He's here now. He knows what the responsibility of being at a
Yeah.
club like this is now. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to start ranting and raving.
me,
Even
I
people are talking about man management and stuff, yeah. This is the guy, yeah, that had arguments with his players after there was a suicide attack on the bus.
He
This
had-
is a player
he had-
that fell out with Thiago Silva. Now he's not with him. You can't
love
decide
that,
when you
yeah.
want to push
He
it
fell
down,
out with
push it
Leonardo
there.
as well.
Bro,
Fell
so
out
like,
with
there
Dortmund's
has
guy.
to be balance. Now, don't get me
Bro.
wrong. Like, if you're saying that you're so deprived of Lampard, yeah, that you're taking everything now, I'm sorry, that's the wrong
and
mentality.
I feel like,
it's
with,
madness.
with the Chelsea squad, you lot have kind of like a lot of budding stars, as some would say, up and coming. The Chilwells, the Reece James. You know what I mean? Can he make the Havertz, the Werners? Can he make them into superstars now? That's the other thing.
That's a big
But
question.
the
He
guy
had
was
that level of
hired
coaching.
to save Havertz and Werner.
To
I
Werner,
don't
essentially,
care. No
that's
one
how
says.
I felt. I
That's
felt like
what
it
it
was
is.
like, get the best out of our
Yeah.
German investment, 100 and whatever million spent. Come and
The
But
guy,
no.
look, the guy's come in, yeah. Cho, fullback. It's worked so far. Attacking
Wing back,
fullback,
wing back,
wing
wing
back, whatever. Attacking wing back, whatever you want to call it. It's come and done well. Yeah. What's my man's name? Brought back Rudiger. He's looked all right. Yeah, I mean,
Aspie.
he's got. We say
Aspie.
Aspie back in his favored role. Aspie wants to play in that. He was amazing in the 3 of the back, whatever.
Three of the back.
Contact
Yeah,
That's
he's got Werner playing in his favourite role. Havertz is going to be playing in his favourite role. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be buzzing, mate. I'd be
Listen,
very
what
about
excited.
now?
Why
Don't-
not? He's
don't
come in.
ask
He's come with the ideas. He said, "This is how I want to play Kante in a 6 pivot." Blah blah blah. He's
Tammy
saying
in the
all the right things. We say
Tammy in the 9.
Tammy's
he's
in the night.
audit-
Listen,
I think he's
come
auditing
in.
his squad. I've already
Yeah.
said it. He's
I think that's more. I
He
think
played
that's more appropriate.
9.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. He basically was up
He
top,
played
basically.
9.5. He
Yeah.
played like behind and then
Yeah.
they moved it. Like, and that's what I'm saying. He's audited each time a player came on. It's like, okay, this is your
that's
turn.
what I think. I think
Pulisic
it's
came on.
auditions
Pulisic
right
came from it. Right now, because there's no preseason and there's no gaps and anything, each game, when you had those 2 games anyway, it's an audition. The Spurs game, now let's see what happens. Is he going to play Cho right wing back against Spurs? I don't know. If we go to late, is he going to do it? I don't know. I feel like he's still auditing. So that's why, like now,
Look, it's
cool.
early to say.
the results are
Obviously-
there, but like I said, the expectation of him is going to be top 4 and a trophy.
Oh, you're
That's
going to
the
get
bottom
top
line.
4.
I believe we are. I never lost faith for the top 4. I wanted to challenge. That's what I wanted this year. That's gone for me. But top 4 has to be there. It has to.
Listen, yeah, I think it's possible. It's possible, but a lot of players are gonna have to
Pick up their weight, of course,
They're gonna
but
step up.
that's-
But listen, it's
that's
the
the
new
thing.
It's the new manager bounce. In my opinion, I think Tuchel's overrated. I think he's okay manager, but people are gonna. He's got a style of play at least. That's one thing you can say. He likes he likes possession. He likes winning the ball back quickly. He likes, you know what I mean. You know, there's always there's fake peps everywhere. Yeah, I mean that's
That's
put
what
him,
I feel
put
like
him,
he's.
I put him
Nah,
as that. He's
I
not a
don't-
fake
I
pep.
wouldn't- I don't
Pep and
call
Klopp.
No, he's
Yeah,
the son
hybrid,
of-
but
what's
a
the guy from
diluted.
Leipzig? What's the guy from Leipzig? The guy-
No,
No, it's the
No, the guy that his name begins with R.
Ralph Neck or something.
He
Ralph
birthed
Rangnick.
all of these, man.
Ralph
yeah,
Rangnick,
he
yeah.
birthed all of
He
these,
didn't
man.
birth no pet.
No, not Pep. I'm talking about all those German.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
the
no,
German
no,
coaches,
no,
yeah,
nah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the
He's their dad.
whole lose the ball, try win the ball back in 6-7 seconds.
Yeah.
That was all Pep shit.
No,
That
I
was all
heard
Pep shit. You know what I mean?
principle,
Cruyff,
pressing and
whatever.
stuff like
You
that,
know what I mean? When he came with the tiki taka, you like to possess the ball. Listen,
Hey.
Chelsea made 804, I think, passes against Wolves. That's a clear intention of what Chelsea are going to be now. A
We'll see
possession
what
team,
happens, man.
and
We'll see what
it
happens.
worked greatly against Burnley. Burnley had one shot, for goodness sake, one shot. That's very good. But overall, I think you're going to have the new manager bounce. But
We'll see.
overall,
We're
I
going to
think
see
he's
what it's
overrated. I
about.
don't
When
think it's all that.
Spurs, Atleti, we're going to see what it's about. And like I said, he got sacked from a position where it was like, you didn't achieve the high standards here. It's the same environment now. Let's see what happens, bro. You see what happened.
Also, what is this campaign against Mason Mount that's going on?
I'm
What is
telling
this?
you now,
Even the
it's
media
just that
now.
Lampard
There's
outrage.
this
I'm telling
whole Lampard. You Chelsea fans and everyone needs to get in their head that Mason Mount has been probably your most consistent performer this season.
This season,
He's
yeah.
just entered the 50th 50
Chance created.
chances
50
created.
chances created.
I know a lot of them are
Yeah.
probably set piece corners. You guys win a lot of headers.
Listen.
But this brigade, this whole anti, that guy did a video that went on 360 talking about it's because he's white. Now that's too far. But it is because he's kind of British, bland. They want to see a little bit more of because it doesn't make sense saying it's because he's white because Havertz is white. Yeah, I mean that doesn't make sense. But
slightly disagree with you.
Havertz has got a bit more sauce about him. He's got a bit
German.
I disagree.
Yeah.
with
You get
Foreign.
players like Mason Mount who they may not blow you away with their ability or whatever like that, but they're gonna consistently be one of your better players. He's played today, again, one of your better players. All season he has been. The whole thing that's killing him is that he's Lampard's son. I'm so happy that that's gonna be off away from him now, and people can see is he really? You know what I mean? Tuchel, how much you gonna bet Tuchel is gonna end up using Mason Mount all the time?
The most.
No,
You
of
got
course.
everyone
He's just one of
thought,
those
I think
everyone
I
thought
disagree.
Lampard is once Lampard
Wait.
goes, that's the end of Mason Mount.
I
Bet you
dis-
it's not.
The sentiment of what you're saying,
bro.
the sentiment of what you're saying is right, but I disagree about the point. For me, it's because so dumb. Have you read that thing?
He's going right to the top. I promise you, you are not going to see Jorginho for long.
No.
He's going to the
Do you
very
remember?
top.
Do you remember the Kevin Keegan one?
go-
No, do you know
he's going to the
what's
top.
Kevin Keegan one? I love it if we beat them.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's going to the very top, that kid.
No.
He's going to the top. No,
I think
no joke.
The
though.
sentiment
You guys need him.
of the point, like for me, is when a player's just comprehensive, he does like he has shown up.
Do you know
that's-
what I
the
like
thing
about
is,
him the most?
ticks too many boxes.
What's the
No,
phrase
do you know
that
what I
you say? What's the phrase you always say? Availability.
Is the best ability.
Fam, he shows up all the time. Do you know what it reminds me of a little bit? Yeah,
Skip.
production. Remember a few seasons ago, yeah, when everyone was trying,
stands Kawhi.
everyone was trying to get at William, yeah, but William was the only player that season that turned up and did his job.
But you know
Like,
what? Do you know what I like about Mason Mount?
He's doing comprehensive work. You might not like it because it's not the glitz and glamour, yeah. But end of the day, if you take him out of our team this season, let's see what would have happened.
I'm telling you now, Chelsea, you look at the players that Chelsea have got, yeah? Havertz not doing well. Jorginho, Kovacic, I kind of put them in the kind of same box. They like to keep the ball there. Kante, he's a little bit more...
Yeah.
Mason Mount's the only one that makes things move quick in
That
Chelsea
tries,
team.
yeah.
You know, people need to watch Mason Mount. Watch him play. The guy barely takes more than 3 touches. Boom, boom, boom. It's out of
He's
his
a good
feet.
player.
Boom, boom, boom. It's out of his... That's how he plays, and he's the one that speeds Chelsea up. And if you're going to try and break down teams, I know Mason Mount's not going to give you this inventive through ball or nothing, but if you're going to break down teams, you need players like Mason Mount. No, Jorginho, Kovacic, they're all the same mold.
And
Kante, same
to
mold.
sum up really easy.
Gilmore,
like, this
all the
guy,
same
so-
thing. All the
to
same
sum
thing.
up, bro,
Havertz ain't doing piss,
listen,
but people want to see him play.
He's a young player as well. Like when you got young players like that are playing week in, week out, just fam, he's trying. Anyway,
It's because
other
of
small bits.
Grealish and Maddison. That's also another reason that gets Mount down because he's not as good as them, and that's kind of like the whole. It's deep,
know
man.
what?
Mason Mount has an agenda against him. I feel
Foden
sorry
as
for
well.
him.
From-
Foden.
Foden, yeah, I feel sorry for him, man. I
There's
feel
no
sorry for him.
point going into other small bits because we're running out of time. Let's
Just
go
before we
into.
leave on Chelsea,
Go
though,
on.
what do you think is next for Lampard?
I think Lampard can still get a good job. I think like what you guys were saying over time. I may have overcooked it. I don't think he ends up in like a League 2 something. He can get a
Man
championship
said
team.
League Two. When did you say, I didn't even know you ever said that.
No, I said when
I
I
don't
said
even
that he's gonna
recall that.
drop. When I said like he's gonna be with Darren Moore and them. And I said that's a bit too much. Overcooking
yo,
it.
I
That was
didn't even-
overcooking it.
You're
Yeah.
doing your own legend.
No, because I was like, he's gonna drop off. I thought he was gonna die.
Man said you're Darren Moore.
Yes, I'm
Yo,
saying
I
I
don't even
overcooked it.
remember
I was
that, man.
angry in the moment. We were talking about Gerald and that. He was like, "No, Gerald was Rangers."
Your
Like,
passion.
fam,
Man said
like
Darren Moore.
champion. He can get a good championship
Bro.
team. I don't see why not. The point you made was actually a really good point.
When David
he's got
Moyes leaves
experience
West Ham?
of.
FA Cup final, Champions
Yeah, like
League.
he's.
Why would you not hire him?
At the end of the day, he still needs to
Newcastle?
go somewhere where he can build up.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Celtic job's not even a bad job. It's not a bad job, Celtic job.
We said
there's
him,
no
him
expectation.
and Gerrard
Real talk.
back at
I
it.
saw a tweet. Someone said
Which
him and
Lance will
Gerrard,
win again.
and then
Aye.
get Gareth Barry going to Aberdeen or something. Going to Aberdeen and just doing that defense. But listen, let's go into champ and dud of the week. Champ, of course, ultimate champ goes without saying.
Real.
Have you guys got any champ nominees?
The one I would say is Lukaku.
Oh man.
Romelu Lukaku for the way he handled himself midweek. I think, especially when it's usually it's
a former
calm when
teammate.
someone rattles you.
Yeah.
Someone like Zlatan, you know he's gonna say some shit that's gonna get right under your skin. The fact that he kept it cool,
He didn't
come
keep
out
nothing
second
cool.
half. Well,
Lukaku lost his head.
he lost his head, but I'm
He-
saying
he- at
second
least
Man
he-
said,
half
I'm gonna
of the
shoot you.
game-
Man said,
second
I'm gonna
half
shoot.
of
Man said,
the
I'm gonna
game.
shoot you.
Where's
Man said, I'm gonna shoot you.
No, but second half in the game, Zlatan gets sent off for not really. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
even that was a red card.
No, the
but he
referee
gets sent off.
did what he wished.
Ref did some shoddy shit, but
The
ref
ref
Lukaku
sent off
scores a
Zlatan.
penalty, keeps a cool head. Listen,
Yeah.
I respect it.
The ref sent off
He
Zlatan
come out
because he went
laughing
into the
in the
change
end.
room, saw the incident, was like, damn.
Yeah, that's a bit bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a bit
all
bad.
it
Yeah,
was.
it's a bit
that's
bad.
what
That's all it
Yeah,
was.
of course,
yeah.
of
But
course.
you know what? Yeah, who would win? Who would win in a fight?
I said that's a
Who would win in a
pay-per-view I
fight?
would pay for.
I think
And
Lukaku
genuinely
People are talking about taekwondo hype,
Brother,
I think
Taekwondo hype. This
Yeah.
ain't Jet
I
Li,
think
bro.
it's
This
all
ain't
right.
Bruce Lee.
This
This
ain't
ain't Bruce
Tekken.
Lee.
Crouching tiger fist
Bro,
punch.
bro. Karate hype, bro. What the hell? Karate
I'm telling you
jeans.
now.
Karate
I'm
jeans,
telling you,
bro. What's
I
he a
think- I
black
think
belt in
Lukaku
karate?
smashes him.
No, taekwondo.
Huh?
I think Lukaku eats him up.
All I'm saying is, no matter what training Zlatan has done, he ain't prepared for a man that big. He's never.
No,
Whoever he's
Lukaku's
training
from
against,
Zaire.
He's too
He's not even from
big.
Congo. He's from Zaire. Word to specs. Before Congo, it was Zaire. Fam, you know what I'm
Imagine Lukaku. That you.
But just grab me like
If
this.
you toss him, look, and he gets you on the floor.
That's it.
that
Simmer
ground
mom
and
again,
pound,
fam.
That
Simmer
ground,
mom.
bro. That ground and pound. Yo, that ground and pound.
Top mark.
If he gets on top, it's a wrap.
Karate
Top
ain't
mark.
saving you there, fam.
Zlatan, it's all standing.
This ain't no.
game.
This ain't Jackie Chan
Stand up.
movies, bro. I'm telling you now. This
Come
ain't
like
Rush
McGregor
Hour,
when
fam.
Khabib
Bro,
got him
I'm
down.
telling
When
you,
you're on the
that's what
floor,
it'll
it's
be.
all different.
Khabib and Conor.
Zlatan
you're
will
on
be
the
doing
floor.
this. Come. Look
Crouching
at
tiger
his
fist.
face, bro. Shut up, man.
Oh, man.
Real talk.
So yours the Lukaku. That's a good one. Who's
Lukaku,
yours?
yeah.
You know, I think. My champion week is Suarez.
Bro. That's the one I had.
Louis Blood Clot Suarez. Do you know why? Yeah,
They
this
ran him
guy-
out the club, bro.
he got run out of. Listen, let's actually go through the. He was begging to stay at Barcelona. The
And
guy
they went-
cried.
Yeah.
The guy probably went to Messi and actually tried to have intervention or something.
Yeah, yeah.
He
The
did.
guy was desperate not to leave. Yeah, he cried live. Basically, got forced out of the club, right? And
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Let's be honest. His Champions League record was embarrassing after a while at Barcelona. But then he turned it, and now he's gone to Atletico Madrid.
Top of the table.
Top of the table.
He
10
scored
points.
more
They're top,
goals.
10 points clear with a game in hand,
game
so
in
they can
hand
go
as well, yeah.
13
He
points
scored
clear.
more goals than Griezmann.
I was gonna say, where is he in the goals?
Dembele, all of them put together.
Second. There's one random
Yeah.
guy that's top.
But he's top
It's
goal.
always
He's
the case in La Liga.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
always
he's
some
got
random
Queen and
more
Dembele.
goals.
cafe or some shit.
More goals than Griezmann, Dembele, Braithwaite, and I forgot who the other brother is.
Yeah.
All combined.
Yeah.
This is the guy that they were saying that they can't make it work with. Blah blah blah. This is why he's the greatest striker of his generation, bro. Simple as that. You see the free kick he scored.
He scored a good free kick. So
Bad boy.
man was
Messi
Suarez,
should have been
but
letting him take more free kicks then, innit?
the
So Messi just scored a beauty. Messi scored a beautiful free kick today.
Form is temporary, class is permanent, bro.
Yeah.
This is the guy that it couldn't work. Towards the end, it wasn't working with Messi, boy. But let me not say too much, boy.
No, that
wasn't
was
working,
that was
was it?
mine still. The remontada is a bit mad. Criminal. Who's the criminals? The trolls online for me are criminals, but I don't even want to go into that. It's just all dumb.
They're just stupid.
I got a criminal. It's not a criminal, but it's a criminal act.
Go on.
Lionel Messi's contract.
Well, his contract thing here was one I put
think-
something here.
The way he's crippled Barcelona, basically.
I'll let you get into that.
So for me, it wasn't. I gave criminal to kind of everyone involved,
Yeah. So
And it wasn't
it's
just
not, I'm not
Messi,
giving it to Lionel Messi.
and it's not just solely
yeah.
Barcelona. It's just the whole thing because this guy wanted to go. You said no. You then gave him a loyalty bonus, and apparently he's now crippling the finances of the club.
Brother.
That doesn't make sense to me.
You know when you cut your nose to spite your face?
Yeah.
That's the definition of
Yeah.
it there. Like, you're literally forcing my man to stay who doesn't want to stay at your club.
And giving him
And
loyalty
that's
bonus for it,
bankrupting
and you're
you.
bankrupting the club. It just
And it's
doesn't.
like-
It's a bit weird.
You look at how they've handled their finances as well over signing players and letting players go as well over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's a shit show over there. And
And they haven't squad. They've done no squad building relatively right in terms of the.
Bro, basically,
Asians.
when Messi decides to fuck off.
Man said Rihanna's cousin, you know.
No, but when Messi decides to go,
yeah,
the
There's
way their
nothing behind.
finances are set up, it's gonna be the dark
Just
days
like
at
this
Barcelona,
organization, mate.
bro. How many years LeBron had to come save them,
Bruv.
Persuade AD.
It took about 10
Dark
years.
days.
It took about 10 years to
And
recover
I'm telling
from
you,
that
Barca,
contract.
be prepared for that, boy.
Boy,
Nah, I agree with that.
That was, man. Do you have any other criminal? That was.
I don't know who else is a criminal.
Instagram's a criminal, fam. Don't let them.
Oh,
Instagram.
Instagram
we
for the
said
yeah. We
that.
just
Nah,
said,
they got cut.
Inst-
They had
yeah.
to get corned, man.
Yeah, do you know what?
Don't let them
No, I
get
think
away
for
with
me,
that.
it's, do you know this? There's multiple layers into this, and there's
I was
a lot
gonna
of
say
time.
yeah, go on.
But I feel like the trolls is just one dumb thing anyway. But I feel like organizations, like the social media organizations, and just in general, it's just all mad. And the reason why people don't do anything is because there's no monetary value to tackle these things. I keep saying it. Like, if you can get fined 80 grand for wearing Paddy Power, yeah, and like a racial thing's like, oh, we're just gonna give them 2 grand. They don't care about it. And there's no one in the rooms like us that can be like, this is our experience. Think about it. Them man are not getting racial abuse. They don't experience it and they don't want to learn about it. So then nothing's gonna be done until more people are allowed in them rooms. And you know, boy,
Well, do you know what? It's not even that. Yeah, I also think.
I think that's a big part of it. Still.
No, definitely, 100%. But when you're talking about like Instagram, for example,
Yeah.
One, when you report these accounts, it says we haven't found enough evidence to say it's racist or whatever it is, so they keep it up. On YouTube, there's an option on YouTube, right? To if you get abuse, anything that can be deemed abusive just by the wording, it doesn't show. So I have to approve on it on my channel. I have to approve if I want it to show. There needs to be there needs to be options like that on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
People feel too comfortable knowing that if they go and say nigger or whatever, it's gonna show all over the place. And some people, let's be honest, now some people are just doing this shit for clout.
It's trolling.
Some people are doing shit because they know if I call my man this or
He'll
put a monkey up,
screenshot.
he's gonna screenshot it,
It's
put it
become
out, and they're gonna send it probably in their group chat and be like, look at the storm we
Racial
caused,
trolling
blah, blah,
has
blah,
become
blah,
a
blah.
thing.
Exactly.
100%.
But
Racial
if you
trolling
have
has
the
become a thing.
option that abusive or any of these things have to be approved by yourself, then people are doing
by
all
the
this and it's
admin
never
of the
going to
page,
show.
yeah.
They're going to get bored and not do it again.
Yeah.
You're never going to kick racism out of life. You're just not.
100%.
But showing it, all these people being able to see it,
You
it
can
could
limit
be,
stuff within safe
could be-
spaces. Like,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, like online
no one
space,
can call me a nigger
online.
on
Think about
YouTube.
it. But do you know what's so
can't.
mad about this
You're
as
not
well?
gonna-
Yeah.
you're not gonna- no one's gonna see
And
it.
again, we could probably go on a big tangent about this. Like, what's happening now? We knew that as soon as the stadiums were closed, we knew that people are just gonna go online and just try and find like hidden identities and creep
Been
out.
doing too much.
Like, this is not new. This has been going on for so long, and I find it shocking. Like you said with the Instagram thing, if I can report something, bear in mind, if you report anything, any other thing, we don't need to go into details. It's flagged up instantly. So why when it comes down to racial things, it's not nothing happens. Why?
If I go and
'Cause
say go kill
they don't
yourself
care.
on YouTube,
It get
on
fla-
Instagram,
it gets flagged.
and someone flags that,
You're
my
done.
account is
You're
done.
done. But
But
we know
I can
why.
put monkey emojis and say
I'm
nigger.
gonna tell you one thing. You know, on Instagram, if you put homophobic things, Instagram deletes it straight away.
That's what
It
I'm
flags
saying.
up.
Yeah, you can't
but
even post
you
it,
can't
innit? You
post
can't
it.
even
Production,
post
listen,
it.
It doesn't
listen.
even
This is what
pop
I'm
up,
saying,
but
listen.
the N word is
Let's
allowed
break
to
it
stand.
so simply.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
break
mad.
it down again. The reason why that happens
says
is
everything about
if
it,
you
right?
go into these
Yeah.
rooms, listen, if you go into these rooms, we are not there. They don't care about experiences. At the end of the day, if there's a group of 10 people here and they're all from the same background and everything, and race, they don't understand it. They don't want to understand it.
They know what
No,
they do.
no,
It's
I'm
just-
saying
it's just-
they're deliberately being negligent. That we don't care about that. That's what's happening.
You know
They don't
what?
care.
It's hard to tackle, but there's ways of doing it, and they're doing it very slowly, and it's just
Hold tight,
exactly.
hold tight.
exactly.
The
But
West
to be honest,
Midlands
there's
police,
also
money to be
the
there's
great-
also
yeah,
black
that's right,
homophobic.
bro.
The great-
There's also
The
black.
marketing.
the great
Chemical
Manchester
essentials and
police,
stuff,
all of
so-
that. Those people that starting to get involved now. Hold tight the way people have handled it as well. Like Ian Wright said stuff
Yeah,
well.
Ian Wright's thing was great.
Rashford said it well. Listen, I'm not gonna even give them man clout by posting it. So listen, like we could go on all day about that, but listen, black
We
man
gotta
can't
give,
fall
we
again. We
gotta
gotta keep moving.
Thingy credit as well.
Who's last one?
You got to give Man City credit for taking control of the Premier League over the last week. Because when we
Yeah.
started last week, we were top, not them. So now they're top with
Yeah.
a game in
Even
hand. So you gotta
Arsenal,
give them,
I wanted to give them Arsenal
give them a
in
big credit,
in
man.
that
Arsenal
because
17 points and out of a possible
they've got second best
21
form behind City in that period.
I think they got
conceded.
third best clean sheets as well. record.
Second, I think it is.
This,
Right.
bro,
So, yeah.
and what have they both done? Arteta and Pep,
But-
what are they? Little brother and
Yeah.
big brother and little brother. What have they both done? Let's just shut up shop. Let's just not concede goals.
No, but
and it's
also-
flew them
No,
up
but
the
that's the-
season.
no, 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 no.
I feel like
But-
Flew them
one
up the
thing
league.
to take into account is as well patience, bro. With the both of these two.
For who?
It takes some time. Both.
I mean,
of these two.
Pep's
They've been
had
through rough
patience.
patches, both. But the one thing was teams
Yeah.
stuck with them, and now they're reaping.
So
the
you saying you
benefits
want that for
me.
Jose, yeah?
please. Some
You went up
time
for
and some
Jose. Nah, the
patience.
difference is Jose's a quick fix.
Listen,
What?
When he's
Ain't
a
even
quick
been
fix
3
manager.
years, man.
He's a
Listen,
quick fix manager.
before
That's
we
the
go,
difference.
I've seen this. Tottenham FC have taken 33 points from their opening 20 Premier League games of the season, lower than any of Pochettino's 5 full seasons at this stage.
They told boy. Let me not say too much. Boy.
That's what people are coming up with. You know, there's stats for everything.
You
but that's
guys
what
are
people
ungrateful
come
to
up
Poch anyway.
Need to realise he's got a new job, bro.
And he lost.
Yeah, you hate Poch now. That's the thing.
I
That's
love
what's mad
Poch,
job.
man. I love
Listen,
Poch, but it's like
that's another
you hate
episode.
keep
100
looking in the
episodes,
rearview
baby.
mirror.
100,
Keep
100,
rolling
100.
with us. Like, share, subscribe. Listen, keep supporting. Thank you so much. Till another 100. You already know what time it is.
And 1,000.
We're out.